I didn't think you'd come. I'll find something relatively clean for you to sit on. Can I get you something to eat or drink? I have water.
I came here to see you, Merrill. You don't have to fuss over me.
You're so kind. My first guest, and I'm already a terrible host. I wanted to thank you for bringing me here, but I'm making a mess of it.
You're so sweet, Merrill.
I'm not really. If good wishes were enough, everyone in Thedas would be happy. I haven't exactly had many friends. Not even among my own clan. This is... tricky.
What made you unpopular with the Dalish?
Being first to the Keeper, I was always a bit secluded. I studied magic and history while the others were learning the Via Tanadal. It's good that I left. I'd have made a terrible Keeper. I was never that good with people.
You seem to be getting the hang of it already.
I'm glad you think so. Thank you for coming to visit me, Hawk. It means a lot to me. I've got something to show you. Come and see. It's beautiful, isn't it?
You're much prettier.
Oh, you're too kind. Is it warm in here? Stop bubbling, Merrill. I've spent the last few years restoring this. One of my clan found it in the Brazilian forest, we think. Poor Tamlin. We never found him. Just the shattered pieces of the alluvion.
What are you trying to do with this mirror?
At first, I just wanted to find Tamlin. But... it's been too long. Tamlin is probably dead by now, if he wasn't already. But still, I know it can help my people. I can at least recover this one small part of our heritage.
This thing is what made the Keeper send you away, isn't it?
The Keeper wanted me to destroy the fragment I kept. She said our ancestors meant it to be forgotten. But it's a Keeper's place to remember. Even the dangerous things. We argued. I left. She's wrong. This mirror could teach us so much about who we once were.
Do you think the mirror had something to do with Tamlin's disappearance?
The ruin we tracked Tamlin to was full of traps and monstrous things, but we found no body. His trail ended at the broken pieces of alluvion.
What's an alluvion?
Long ago, the elves had a kingdom, an empire that covered Thedas, and every city had an alluvion. The mirrors let them communicate across their empire, but I don't know how exactly. My people have lost so much. We know almost nothing of the days before Arlathon. This is a piece of our history.
I'm sure you wouldn't show something this dangerous to just anyone.
It's not dangerous, I promise. I fixed it, or tried to, with blood magic. The mirror won't hurt anyone. But it doesn't work. I've tried everything, and I think it's because it needs to be finished with a special tool. An Arulin home, and my clan has one. It's been in their hands for generations.
But you're afraid to face Keeper Marathari again.
Exactly. You have no idea, the Keeper. I can't talk to her. We fight or talk circles around each other. She has a disappointed frown that turns your bones to jelly. Please, help me. You will, won't you?
I'll go with you.
Master Arnus, I'll find some way to repay you, I promise. Hawk, I could never have faced the Keeper myself. I never imagined a human would help me restore Dalish history. No one ever understood. Not the Keeper, not my clan. Just you.
I'm sensitive, handsome, and supportive. What else could you possibly want?
Nothing. Oh, not that I'm saying that I want you. I'll just stop talking now. You're the first real friend I've ever had. Maseranas Lethalin. Oh, Hawk. Come in. I was just... Am I crazy?
What? No, of course not.
I thought the rule in a home would fix everything. The mirror would work and everything would be right again. But I keep dreaming of Paul's face. Everyone that I care for thinks I'm a monster.
It's hard to imagine someone more lovable than you.
That's so untrue. I can think of someone. You've been so good to me. Someday I'll make this up to you, Lethalin. Oh, thank goodness you're here. I thought you went to the Hanged Man. And I almost went there to look for you first, but then I thought you might have gone to see your uncle instead. And I'm rambling, aren't I?
Why were you looking for me, Merrill?
After you left, I couldn't stop thinking about Paul and the mirror and everything that's happened. I wonder if I've made a mistake leaving the Dalish.
You're just feeling homesick. Don't second-guess yourself.
I suppose if I hadn't left my people, I never would have met you. If you were Dalish, my people would have a kingdom by now. And half of Thedas would be attacking us. So maybe things worked out for the best.
Does it bother you that I'm human?
No, I'm not saying I'd change you for... I'm making things worse, aren't I? I'm one of the Elven. I'm supposed to preserve who we are, and if there are reasons that it's bad to... Is it warm in here? Elgonon. I'll stop talking now.
I doubt that I'd have unified the elves and ushered in a golden age.
If you were an elf, Master Hawk, birds would swoop down out of the trees and compose songs just for you. The Keeper, my whole clan will object if we... Not that they can possibly hate me anymore, I suppose.
Their disapproval is a small price to pay for being with you.
Merrill. It's all right.
What happens now? Are we... What did this mean?
Now, we both decide what happens next.
If you hadn't come to Sundermount that day, I can't imagine where I'd be now. I love you. I probably shouldn't have said that, should I? I always say the stupidest things.
I love you, Merrill. Actually, I was going to suggest you move in with me.
Here, in Hightown, the rich, fancy part of the city with no rats in it. And you, with an elf. Marvenon, you really are crazy, aren't you? If you're not afraid, then neither am I.
Isabela, my dusky goddess, you have buried yourself in the flesh of my heart like a worm in a red, red apple. You heartworm, you.
Oh, look, my friend is here. Excuse me.
But I haven't gotten to the part where I invite you to feast upon my tender white flesh.
That's all right, I think I'll manage. Speaking of romance, You're interested in Merrill, aren't you?
I have feelings for her.
Well, that's good. She always seemed a little lonely. I get the feeling the girl's messing in something big and dangerous. Look out for her, will you? Make sure she doesn't hurt herself. Oh, and if you do anything nasty to her, I'll cut off your balls.
And then Hawk tore the door clean off its hinges, walked into the room, and... I guess we'll finish this later.
Have you got a minute, Varric?
Of course, Hawk. Actually, I've been meaning to talk to you. There definitely seems to be something between you and Daisy these days. So, what's going on, Hawk?
You wouldn't bring this up just to gossip. What's on your mind?
Shows what you know. I would definitely bring this up just to gossip. I didn't, but I would. Listen, as your friend, I feel like I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't say something. Merrill is a sweet girl, but there's a whole lot of crazy in that little package.
I know you mean well, Varric. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
I certainly hope so.
I heard the news. Arabelas, Marvinan.
I'm glad you're here, Merrill.
Leandra is in a better place now.
She's with the Maker.
Or with Fallandine. You never know. Hightown is such a strange place. It feels like it's miles away from everywhere else. The alienage, Sundermount, Ferelden, those could be from a dream. Oh, Marvinan, I didn't see you there. I'm going to visit the alienage. Do you want anything from Lowtown?
Are you close to many of the people in the alienage?
No, not really. I think most of them don't even know my name. I'm stopping by my house for a bit, that's all. I've left some things undone there. I'll be back later.
Whatever you're doing, watch yourself, Merrill.
I will. Thank you, Marvinan. Back before dark, I promise. I'd like to speak with you about our sleeping arrangements. Do you think he could use another bed?
Does he take up too much space at the foot of the bed?
Well, it's just that he snores, and sometimes he stinks like a bog. Oh, don't be sad. I still like you very much. Perhaps you could sleep with Sandal.
Enchantment!
All those people gone forever.
Merrill.
How did all of this happen?
I know it doesn't help to hear it, but this was just a misunderstanding.
Why didn't any of them listen to me? All this time I thought I could help them, save them. But they chose to destroy themselves in order to escape my help.
They weren't listening to reason. There was nothing you could have done.
No. I know that. Maybe it's time I stop living for them. No keeper, no clan, no people. I have nobody but you. What will I do now?
Whatever you do next, we'll do together.
Yes, we will. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Or there's more to do, or... Does all this feel like a dream to you, too?
I can't believe it's come to this.
You'll get us through this. You always do. My love.
I love you. Whatever happens, remember that.
hate it! Make her hate your humble servant!
Word of the slaughter spread quickly. The champion's name became a rallying cry, a reminder that the mighty Templars could be defied. He had defended the mages against a brutal injustice, and many lived to tell the tale. The circles rose up and set the world on fire. More Templars arrived at Kirkwall to restore order, but we were already long gone. We vanished into the hills, and circumstance eventually forced us all to leave the champion's side. Well, all of us except for Merrill. You still hear the stories, of course. With each telling they grow, even if, at the core, remains the truth. A new legend had been born.